Hi, my name's Dave from 510. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the history of 510, the history about 510 and Adidas, and a couple of our highlight products. So 510 started in 1985, and it started with a man named Charles Cole, and he was climbing in the valley, and he thought, why can't my tennis shoes, which I'm running around the valley, have sticky rubber like our climbing shoes? So he went to the lab and he developed a new rubber called Stealth Rubber, and he put it on a pair of tennis shoes that you could climb 510 in, and that was actually 510's first product, called the 510, a tennis shoe you can climb 510 in. So that's actually why the brand's called 510. So we're known for Stealth Rubber, and Stealth Rubber is revered to be the stickiest in the market. And so you'll see that on our entire product line. We tune different rubbers to have different feels, different applications. On our bike shoes, it's a little bit softer to penetrate in pedals. And on our approach shoes, it's a little bit softer to absorb the shock. And then on our climbing shoes, it's a little bit harder because you don't want it to move around when you're standing on little dime edges. So in 2012, 510 was acquired by Adidas. And it's been a really great partnership because Adidas has such a wide variety of new materials that 510 didn't have access to, which we get to sort of tap into to innovate on our new climbing shoes. So, for example, we have the Kirigami, which has come out this year in 2020 in March. So the Kirigami is a nice entry-level shoe. It's built for comfort, built for long, all-day climbs. And what really sets the Kirigami apart from other entry-level shoes on the market is it's the only one that actually has our premier climbing rubber on it. A lot of companies dumb down their rubber, use a cheaper formula for the entry-level shoes, and only use the premium rubber for the high-end shoes. So Kirigami, it's built for comfort, $90 price point, available March. And the one we've been really excited about lately, and it really sort of embodies the spirit of 510 and Adidas marriage, is the Aleon. And the Aleon was a development that we used with one of our athletes, Fred Nicole. So he's been making shoes, making lasts, and we wanted to use some new Adidas technologies. Prime knit is one of the premier technologies at Adidas, and what's so great about the Prime knit material is you can tune it to be as stretchy or as tight as you want. So we've really tuned it to keep your foot in place, but also make it easy to get in and out of because it has a nice four-way stretch. So that's just a great example of the innovation that's come out of the Adidas toolbox. One we're really excited about coming out for 2020, everybody's focused on the Olympics. And so we've been really talking to our Olympic climbing team and seeing what their real needs are. So something we've come out with is the High Angle Pro. The High Angle is one of the classic 510 shoes in the line that a lot of our competition and a lot of our athletes use in aggressive climbing. But we wanted to focus on what are the specific needs for climbing in the gym, climbing on these modern dynamic gym sets with all these dynamic movements on boulders or on volumes. So the High Angle Pro has a pretty different construction. Typically on a rock shoe you have an edge running around the whole way. But what differs in the High Angle Pro is you only have an edge where you really need it, on the front and the outside edge. And then on the inside, you have a wrapped up outsole, which goes from 3.5 millimeters down to 2.1. And the idea behind it is when you're doing a movement on a volume, it maximizes the rubber coverage on the rock. More rubber on the rock equals more friction. And so that's the idea behind it. The heel's also very well rounded. There's no outsole wrapping up on it as well. So same idea, you can move around and nothing's gonna push you away from the rock. So this is actually coming out in August 2020. So yeah, those are some of the highlights and some of the things 510 and Adidas have been doing over the last few years.